Vacuum cooling and baking is the coolest invention since men controlled fire. Some 125,000 years ago, fire became an instrument in the hands of prehistoric men. It marked a turning point and a true revolution to the development of culture. Fire provided warmth, comfort, and safety. It enabled the human species to prepare food and develop tastes. At exactly 100 degrees Celsius, water started boiling. In the last 3,000 years, the principle of baking bread did not change. You heat the oven, proof the dough. The baking process starts. Moisture starts boiling. The volume raises and color appears on the product. In space, the conditions are completely different. There is no gravity and almost no air pressure. A complete vacuum. Water starts to boil and evaporate at only 7 degrees Celsius. To endure the most extreme conditions, NASA builds spaceships tested according to the highest standards for strength and metal fatigue. The same testing software we use today to construct our vacuum technology systems.
De mogelijkheden die je met de vacuümtechnologie nog kan behalen, die zijn gewoon bijna eng. Ik bedoel, alles kan. Ik denk dat we echt pas aan de vooravond staan van wat we nog allemaal gaan ontdekken. En ik denk serieus binnen nu en 10 jaar, ja, dan is een vacuümkoeling gewoon standaard in de bakkerij.
Chris Brugdenhill. Together with his brother Gerard, Chris represents the 4th generation of a famous bakery family, receiving various national and international awards. The brothers are adopting their father's policy. You don't always need more, but you can always do better. So they are constantly looking for improvement.
Hoe ga je nou in vredesnaam een proces wat al 3000 jaar gedaan wordt, verbeteren?
And then they discover vacuum cooling and baking. When they first heard about this technology, they wanted to learn more. The difference it made was just incredible. By using the technique and employing the technology correctly, they achieved a bigger return on the same investment. Total control of the vacuum technique creates revolutionary opportunities to the baking process.
Producten waren malser, langer houdbaar, knapperiger. Eén groot succes.
It leads to impressive product improvements, and at the same time, it brings substantial savings to energy consumption, production time, and space.
Weet één ding, die vacuümkoeling, die gaat nooit meer weg.
In industrial bakeries, vacuum cooling and baking is introduced at innovative partners who produce on a global scale. After the preparation, the baking process consists of heating and cooling. The traditional baking process takes roughly 45 minutes for baking and 120 minutes to cool down the product. Cooling is done in large spiral cooling units. If vacuum cooling and baking is integrated in the baking process, the immense towers can be replaced by a vacuum cooling installation of just 10% the size, saving 90% of the space. The baking time can be reduced by 40%, and the cooling time is diminished from 2 hours to just 3 minutes. While cooling down so quickly, The contamination phase the product is undergoing is just a fraction of the conventional phase, resulting in a healthier product with longer shelf life. This brings immense advantages to the baking process, saving space and time while increasing the production capacity. And it creates the best imaginable products with extended shelf life. Vacuum cooling and baking is the coolest invention since men controlled fire. Vacuum cooling and baking requires an open mind to the baking process and the willingness to adapt the elements. Only when the optimal combination is obtained between the recipe, the baking curves, technique, and technology, the result will be maximized.